PowerHEDA is the next generation higher education data analyzer. PowerHEDA is a business intelligence tool which enables the user to access reliable, timely, accurate data and apply, process, and store information in a secure, reliable, and consistent environment. In order to navigate to the DUT PowerHEDA website, you access it through powerheda.dut.ac.za/PowerHEDA. From here, you'll then click the Sign In button. Once you click the Sign In button, it will take you to the login page. From the login page, you then log in with your DUT user credentials. So your username is your DUT username, and your password is your DUT email password. Once you log in, it will take you to the last dashboard that you have gone and created. So for the purposes of today, we'll be having a look at the dashboards which were created for the PowerHEDA launch. In order to navigate through the dashboards, you can click the buttons on the top, which will then take you to the various dashboards. Another way to navigate is to go through, hover your mouse over the dashboards to go, and then you can click on any of the dashboards over here that you are interested in viewing. If you want to see further information, you can hover your mouse and it will bring up the relevant information for some of the key performance indicators that we have. In addition, if you want to expand the view, you can click on the graph and expand it, and then you can hover your mouse over the various institutions in order to see what the actual percentages are. In order to restore, you click the down button again. So these can be done with all of your tables in order to be able to expand it and reduce it. So other things that are there is that you can scroll through and filter and apply your filters. So here you can have a look between the 2015 data, the 2016 data, the 2017 data, and the 2018 and the 2019 data. In addition, you can also scroll through the various faculties and compare faculties with each other. In some instances, there's also help available, and at the bottom of the screen, you'll also find some definitions. So let's go through some of the dashboards. We can have a look at your performance indicators, which is the Department of Higher Education and Training versus the DUT. This is a radar graph, and it shows you where DUT is exceeding or underachieving on some of the targets. So you can see, for example, here, DUT has exceeded the requirements in terms of the percentage African context students and compared to the DHET target. And over here, in terms of percentage of female students, their DUT is close to the target. Here, if we look at student to academic staff ratio, you can see that DUT far underperforms with regards to the DHET target. In order to see what these actual and values are over here, you can have a look. So for example, here the percentage of African context students, the DHET target is 60%, whereas DUT is 81%. If we have a look at the undergraduate credit degree success rate, there's the DHET target, and you can see over here, the DHET target is 80%, and DUT sits on 84.5%. And you can go through and have a look at the various years. This is the HEMA data, so the Higher Education Management Information Systems data. So this is the audited data. We can go have a look at the AQM, the Academic Quality Monitoring Dashboard. And here for all of the faculties, it shows you what the undergraduate percentage headcount is, the percentage African headcount, your success rates, your graduation rates, for 2016, 17, 18, and the 2019 data is showing as blank because we are still in 2019. We can have a look at the teaching and learning KPIs, your key performance indicators. So now you can start to have a look at, for example, your student to staff FTE ratio. So if we have a look at the student to staff FTE ratio for management sciences, right, for 2018, you can see you're sitting at around 54, 58, 56, and 59 students to 1 instructional staff ratio. In comparison, if you had to have a look at another faculty, say for example engineering, you'll see their engineering sits at 23 students per 1 instructional FTE staff ratio. So this gives you a nice overview of the various indicators that you wish to have a look at. You can also have a look at the various success rates over time. And the reason 2019 is 0 is that this is drawing from audited HEMIS as well as the live RTS data. And so because exams are still being written or have to be written for second semester, your success rates are showing you as 0. You can have a look at the higher education sector KPIs. And what this shows you is what's happening in the sector. So if you scroll down to the bottom, there's DUT. And there you can see over here the students FTE per academic staff ratio, where it has been going, and in 2018 it has increased to 38. What about the other universities of technology? And you can see there the trend has been relatively stable, whereas in comparison DUT has gone up quite considerably. If you have a look at the sector, excluding UNISA, you can see over there has been a slight increase over time between the students and staff FTE ratios. However, in order to see where this sits and why this is the case with DUT, you can have a look over here and you can see how the graduates and their headcounts has just been increasing over time. So you've had this increase in students, which has resulted in an increase in the student to staff FTE ratio. In order to investigate this further, let's click on the headcount comparisons of actual versus planned enrollments. So here we have our actual enrollments versus our target enrollments for 2018 and 2019. Red shows where we've either exceeded or underachieved on the target. So you can see for 2019 we underachieved in terms of the first time entering graduates. However, we've overachieved and exceeded our target in terms of the total undergraduates. And because we have exceeded our enrollment targets, we will be penalized by the Department of Higher Education and Training as a result, because we did not stick to our enrollment plan. This also shows you where these over-enrollments have taken place, and you can see the biggest one by far is your business and management, where it over-exceeded the target by close to 3,000 students. And you can see that this trend continued in 2018. So definitely within the business and management field of studies, we have an overachievement of targets, which is skewing your distribution of the university. So let's go and have a look now further and see what is taking place in terms of the regional comparison. So here I've gone and selected your various universities of technology. Let's have a look at the undergraduate credit degree success rate. DUT in this instance is shown as green. And you can see it's been quite interesting that from 2010, DUT sat at 75%, and now at 2018, we're sitting at 87%. So we have shown a consistent increase in our undergraduate credit success rate, which is very positive to see. If we have a look at the student per your student full-time enrollments per instructional research full-time enrollments, DUT is again shown in green, and you can see how DUT has been gradually increasing over the years as a result of the over-enrollment of students. In comparison, Central University of Technology, you can see there's a huge change between 2015 and 2017. In 2015, they were sitting at 19 staff per instructional researcher, 19 students per instructional researcher, and now in 2017, they're sitting at 38%. So you can see within the universities of technology, in particular MUT, DUT, and Central University of Technology, there's been an increase in the staff per student FTE ratio. Now, what about your other universities, and in particular the universities that are your traditional universities and not your historically disadvantaged universities? So let's go compare. Let's put their roads. Let's add UCT. Let's add UKZN for comparison. Let's add WITS. Let's remove Vol University of Technology. And let's add University of Pretoria. Right, so firstly, let's have a look at the undergraduate credit degree success rate. And again, DUT is shown in blue. And you can see there DUT has gone from 75 through to 87%. So DUT actually has the highest undergraduate credit degree success rate out of all of the other historically advantaged universities. However, let's go have a look at the student to staff ratio and see what is going on. So again, DUT sitting at 31 in 2010 and going through to 39. You can see DUT has been increasing in terms of the student to staff FTE ratio. However, you can look at UCT. I mean, UCT over time is sitting at 12, 12 students per staff. That says a lot in terms of what DUT is able to achieve in terms of their undergraduate credit degree success rate. Rhodes sitting at 15, UKZN sitting at 23, Pretoria sitting highest, probably out of your traditional universities, and then WITS coming through as 15. So you can see here the legacy in terms of the underfunding and the under-resources having taken place in your historically disadvantaged universities in comparison to your well-resourced universities. So all of this information is available within your PowerHEDA dashboards. There's additional information there, for example, around your subject results that you would be able to go into where it accesses your live data coming from the RTS system. You would be able to have a look at, say, for example, the 2019 data. You can have a look at your undergraduate data. You could then go and have a look at the first semester data and have a look at what were your average exam marks, what percentage passed, what was your distinction rate for your exams. You can have a look at for all of your subjects, including continuous assessment for your different faculties that we have. You can go and have a look at how your full-time enrollments have changed, your average exam marks have changed, and you can have a look at your definitions. So, as a reminder, PowerHEDA is pulling access from your HEMAS data, your Higher Education Management Information Systems data. It's pulling data from your ITS system in order to make sure that your data is live. And it's showing you the various indicators and your key performance indicators with regards to your DHET targets, and you're able to access your live enrollments as registrations are taking place. This is updated every 30 minutes. So from this, you'll be able to track, monitor, and prevent over-enrollments from happening within your various faculties. And as a result, you can use data to drive your organization efficiency and your operations. Thank you.